Where does the government end and YouTube or these social media platforms begin when it comes to COVID? I don't know. Answer in the comment section if you want to. So we're on the road in Vegas, and just sort of a note about the technical side of things here in my sort of remote Vegas office. Thank you for being patient, because I am not at home with my normal technical setup. Platforms that I'm on besides YouTube in the description, though, as usual. So please make sure that you are subscribed to one of them, because we're talking about the continuing of the blurring of the line between the government and Silicon Valley when it comes to COVID. And we're talking about it today. And, if there's one sort of danger zone topic for somebody to talk about on YouTube, it's this. So that said, we're doing some kind of Google search, I don't know, yesterday, and we see this, okay? And you see the Google search bar here, and then under it says Dr. Fauci and President Biden answer vaccine FAQs. All right, so what does that mean? Well, I'm going to show you, because it is very interesting. Now, this is not the first time I've seen a government collaboration with one of the Silicon Valley companies, but I just thought this was telling for a couple different reasons. Okay, so what it ends up being, I'm going to show you right now. All right, let me just get this thing set up here. Okay, so this is the blog about it. President Biden and Dr. Fauci join these YouTube creators. They're basically three separate channels, influencers with millions of combined viewers, okay? And they're going to discuss COVID-19 vaccines and debunk myths. I'll show you a little bit of the video. The link is going to be in the description of the video, so you can watch the entirety if you want. It's not that long of a video. I think it's like 9 minutes, so you can watch to your heart's content. But honestly, they talk about kids getting the vaccine and traveling and getting your summer vacation back, and the robustness of the research and the safety and all that stuff. Which there is a very robust debate actually about all of those points, but you're not going to get that in this video at all. But what do we expect? Okay, it's the president of the United States. The doctor who works for the government, and leading all this, pairing up with like a YouTube influencer who focuses on makeup. And it was funny to me to see some of the comments in the comment section saying that they were disappointed that there weren't tougher questions asked. And I thought that was kind of funny, because if you don't get those questions asked in mainstream network news or cable news, which we often don't. I mean, this video, I feel like you could have put Chris Cuomo in the same seat as Manny MUA, and you probably would have gotten very similar questions. I remember watching the CNN town hall where Dr. Fauci said that Santa Claus could come to your house because he's vaccinated and won't give your kids COVID. And so Christmas can go back to normal because of that. It was a very weird propaganda campaign that just, focused on children and just on CNN. So it's funny to me that people were like, you didn't ask any tough questions. They're like, but come on, these are YouTube influencers, and we're not even getting them on sort of mild industry of mainstream news. So what do we expect? So I'm gonna show you just, the opening part of this real fast, because I think it's interesting, again, not just the content of it, okay, but the comments and the ratio of the like to dislikes, which I see regularly on these videos. It's telling me that not quite sure they're doing what they think they're doing, okay? So let's just take a look real fast here, okay?
If you were to be stranded on a desert island and you had to bring one product with you, a skincare product that you might really love, what would it be?
Okay, this is Manny MUA, and does beauty makeup, and asks at the beginning. So this is just their teaser intro to the video. If you had to go to a deserted island and bring only one product, what would it be? Okay, that's how they opened it. So as you can see, very tough questions.
Some sunscreen.
There we go.
Sunscreen. Okay, so, and I'll just say, side note, please switch to like a zinc oxide sunscreen, all right? Because there are a lot of chemicals in normal sunscreen. So it's already funny that we're starting out on that foot for me, because I'm just like, let's be clear with people that there are issues with that. And
welcome
sorry you're hearing
to the
my
YouTube town hall.
Sorry you're hearing my text message alerts go off. Here we go.
On COVID-19 vaccination with President Joe Biden and Dr. Anthony Fauci. My name is Karine Jean-Pierre, and I'll be hosting these conversations that we're going to have today. Now, listen, we are doing this today because we wanted to partner up with some.
Okay, so real fast, I'm going to just fast forward it to this part where it's kind of funny, because I thought these guys were both vaccinated, but they're sitting really far apart. See? What's going on here?
Of spreading the infection throughout the community. So you almost want to take what I call a societal responsibility. Protecting children also protects society.
Okay, that's where they're talking about kids getting the vaccine to protect society, to slow the spread, which again is not something that the research has confirmed. I've shown in the documents that were filed with the FDA that that's an unknown right now, as are a lot of the sort of long-term consequences of getting these vaccines. And again, just a disclaimer, as is with any video I do on this, my main focus of discussing this issue is not to push one or another viewpoint on this. It's to allow for conversations that are purposely being suppressed and put them in front of you so that you have more information with which to make your decision, because that's what I thought journalists did. I'm not as impressed with that right now on this particular topic, I'll be honest with you, but it's just to say these conversations are actually happening, even though when you do a Google search and the government and YouTube are pairing up to push their point of view on this so that you may never see what's going on the other sides, the other debates that legitimate scientists and doctors are having. I'm just going to put them on my channel so that you know they're there. Do with it what you will. So let's watch a little bit more here. And we're going to go down to these guys, because I think they have a channel focused on wild animals. So that's cool. Let's see what they have to say.
And vaccines. What can you tell us to help alleviate any concerns parents might have in regard to kids getting vaccinated, and why children that are the appropriate age should not be afraid of the vaccine?
You know, exposing somebody to something that is going to be for their benefit, and if they learn about it, they'll be able to do good by it. It's the same way I explain to parents about why their 12-year-old should get the shot. And I talk about it in terms of teaching about obligation to other people. It's not just about them. It's an obligation they have to their friends and other people. Now, in your show you do. You talk about the obligation we have to take care of what we've been given in the wild and so on.
The important thing is that often parents ask some reasonable questions. Is this really safe for my child? And did you really rush the vaccine? That vaccine that has been distributed, that I got, that the president got, that is the result of decades of scientific and clinical research that led to that.
We have to travel.
Why are they sitting so far apart? Can somebody please explain that to me? He just said they both got the vaccine and that it's in order to prevent spread. That's why we should all get it, right? That's what they're saying is the community aspect of it. They both just said that in the last sound bites. But they're sitting so far apart. Is that normal? Am I missing something here? Somebody please help me, okay? So anyway, I'll just show you the one last time. Again, of course, as you can see, a lot focused on children. I'm kind of wondering if that's because now the vaccines are rolling out for kids and that's being allowed, so they're trying to push this, or has there been hesitancy on the part of parents and that's why they're pushing this? I'm curious why this came out when it did and why it's focused on this. I would bet my 401k that I have left over from my mainstream news career that these questions were, of course, pre-approved or maybe even handed over. Okay. I would be shocked if these were just organically thought of questions that President Biden and Dr. Fauci had no clue about ahead of time. All right. So why this focus? I'm not really quite sure. All right. So let's go to the last YouTube influencer here and see what we get. I'm just picking apart.
Specifically, Black communities don't have equitable access to healthcare resources. How can we ensure that these communities have access to the vaccines?
when I set up this commission that we put together, that Dr. Fauci is the best known member of it, I asked one person to do nothing but deal with equity. What we found out was that an awful lot of African Americans, especially older African Americans, may live theoretically within 5-7 miles of a drugstore, but guess what? That might well be 500 miles of drugstore. They have no way of getting there, not all, but many, you know. And so how do we get the vaccine to them and them to where the vaccine is? So we vastly expanded where we made the vaccine available to 80,000 sites.
Okay, so you get basically the gist of this. Again, link will be in the description, but okay, this is the funny part about all this. All right, so check out the like to dislike ratio on this one, which it is so hilarious. Every time I see one of these videos, it cracks me up. So can you see that? It's 9.4 thousand thumbs up to 57,000 thumbs down, and you can't comment on it. So, oh well, I guess you're going to have to send Susan Wojcicki or President Biden or Fauci an email, and maybe they'll pick up on it because you can't leave a comment here. And that's pretty common, actually, again, which makes me wonder if, you know, these videos are really doing what they're saying they're doing. Now, this is funny, okay? So this is one of the guys that did the, this is one of the people that did the video, okay? And
Republicans across the country.
Okay, hang on. We got to skip through the ads here. Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So the title of this video, it is not a drill. I am literally going to Zoom with Dr. Fauci and President Biden.
Okay, so it's really funny because look at this ratio, 23,000 up to 29,000 down. And I would say that's probably pretty rare for this channel. So let's just take a look real fast what an average like to dislike ratio would be. I'm going to just, let's do, here's an unboxing. Okay. Pretty hey guys, tame video. See 8.2K up, 111 down. so having the like to dislike on that one, you know, I don't know, obviously being at the end of a video with the government, maybe that was part of it. Not sure, but there you have it. Probably not breaking news for anybody, but I just figured it was interesting. As you all know, I'm a former TV news reporter. And so, as I said earlier, not super impressed with the variety of viewpoints being allowed on television news or even, you know, in the mainstream papers when it comes to COVID, how quickly we flip from one thing being a conspiracy to now being just accepted fact, like with the Wuhan lab leak deal, you know, just the first that was booted off these companies' platforms. Now it's being allowed because Dr. Fauci said we can talk about it. And so this is not breaking news. And I just figure I put it out there because maybe there are a few people who are living under a rock who are thinking that there's nothing going on here, you know, that this is just like, this is the popular stuff and that's why I'm seeing it. And the other stuff is Looney Tunes, and that's why I'm not seeing it. And you know, and it just doesn't exist at all. Maybe I can say for myself, there were many years, you know, 15, even maybe 10 years ago, where I wasn't looking at things and saying, why am I seeing this right now? And what's the point? And are there other viewpoints on this? Like when it comes to just accepting what's put in front of me, you know, how easily this particular diet of information is consumed and why. So there you have it. Please make sure that you've checked out the links in the description for how you can support my work on other platforms. Leave me a comment because I will leave the comments open and available. If you don't see your comment, it's because YouTube deleted it, because I'm not going to be deleting your comments. But again, that also may at some point get me booted, because I think they also scroll through the comment section and decide what kind of channel you are based on the conversations at your comment cocktail party, if you will. But anyway, take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time.